Dead soil does not need a rototiller. It does not need a $40 bag of amendments that, runs out in just 3 beds. What dead soil really needs is a reason to come back to life, and the reason that works fastest, honestly, costs you nothing but the cardboard box your last delivery came in and a mint plant that's probably already growing somewhere in your yard trying to take over everything. This is the cardboard mint stack. It's a layered soil activation system that, requires no turning, produces no smell, and works because it builds a living microbial zone underground where your roots actually live. Before we get into exactly how to build it, there is something worth understanding about why dead soil stays dead. Because once you understand that, every step in this method makes immediate sense. Soil does not die from neglect alone. It dies from compaction, chemical disruption, and the absence of the organic matter that microorganisms need to survive. When microorganisms disappear, the biological processes that make nutrients available to plant roots just stop functioning. You can pour fertilizer onto biologically dead soil indefinitely, and your plants will still underperform because the missing link is not chemistry. It's the living network that converts chemistry into something roots can actually absorb. That living network is what this method rebuilds, and it rebuilds it from the bottom layer up. Start with your cardboard. Flatten it, remove any tape or staples, and lay it directly over the problem area, whether that's a compacted lawn section, a bare patch in a raised bed, or a strip of ground that hasn't grown anything useful in years. The cardboard does 2 things simultaneously. First, it smothers whatever weed competition exists without chemicals, without digging, and without disrupting the soil structure beneath. Second, as it begins to decompose, which starts within days of being soaked, it creates an immediate food source for fungal networks and earthworms that are already present in even the most depleted soils. The worms come to the food is the cardboard. This is not complicated, but honestly most gardeners skip it because it feels too simple. So you'll want to soak the cardboard thoroughly before adding the next layer. You really want it saturated, not just a little bit damp, because the decomposition process, it needs moisture all the way through the stack. This is actually where your watering approach matters more than most people realize. Remember, you are not flooding this system. You are aiming for controlled saturation across every layer, so all that microbial activity stays aerobic rather than turning anaerobic. That's what produces that bad smell, the one that puts people off composting methods. For this, a good pump sprayer gives you the control you need without overwatering any single section. Oh, and by the way, the Dynamico mycorrhizal inoculant and the Chapin pump sprayer I use for this are both linked in the description. Now let's move on to the mint layer. Fresh mint clippings, or really any mint variety you have on hand, go directly on top of the saturated cardboard, and you want that layer to be about 2 inches thick. Mint contains natural compounds that actually suppress certain soil pathogens, while at the same time releasing these volatile organic compounds as it breaks down. Those compounds act as chemical signals, attracting beneficial soil organisms. Traditional composting knowledge has used aromatic herbs as activators for centuries, and, the mechanism behind that traditional wisdom is exactly what you're putting to work here. Here's the part most people skip, and honestly, skipping it is why their layered beds take 6 months to show results, instead of just 3 weeks. After the mint layer, you need a microbial activation trigger. That means something that introduces concentrated populations of beneficial fungi and bacteria directly into the stack, rather than waiting around for the ambient populations to migrate in from the surrounding soil. Dynamico granular mycorrhizal inoculant goes straight into this layer. That's 900 propagules per gram, and it's OMI listed. Just sprinkle it across the mint layer before adding your top material. The links are in the description, by the way. Your top layer is 4 to 6 inches of whatever brown carbon material you have: wood chips, dry leaves, straw, or even shredded paper. This layer insulates the system below, helps retain the moisture you introduced with the sprayer, and continues to feed the decomposer community as the mint and cardboard beneath it break down. Within 2 to 3 weeks, assuming warm conditions, you'll actually start to see the cardboard disappearing. That disappearance, that's the system working. Earthworms will start to accumulate in numbers you've probably never seen in that patch of ground before. The soil beneath will begin to darken and loosen, not because you turned it, but because the biological community you built is doing all that work from the inside. The cardboard mint stack works on any scale, a single raised bed, a large garden plot, or even a section of lawn you want to convert. The materials are free, or nearly free, the labor is just an afternoon, and the result is a living soil system that keeps improving for months after you build it, because the mycorrhizal network you establish doesn't stop when you walk away. It expands. Subscribe to Hydrohaven. The product links are in the description. See you in the next one.